y'all. Welcome to this week's Table Talk with your host, Diamond and Silk. Silk, it has been a long week, girl. Have you been having a good time this week?
I've been having a wonderful time this week.
Well, girl, before we get to the menu that's on the table for Table Talk, let's do a little house cleaning.
House cleaning.
This show is being brought to you by Women United for Trump. You can visit womenunitedfortrump.com to get your Women United for Trump t-shirts or visit the Diamond and Silk store. Just want to give a shout out to everybody in Pennsylvania. We were just in Pennsylvania the other day. We did a phenomenal speech. We had other speakers that spoke. It was nice. It was phenomenal to all the fans, to everybody that sponsored us in, to the Carries that sponsored us in, Rose, the Caras, Rose Tennant, Lucy, all of you guys down there in Pennsylvania, guys and girls.
Yes, it was wonderful.
It was wonderful. We had a good time.
Yes.
You all put on a phenomenal event. We enjoyed ourselves. We love every one of you all down there.
Every one of you. We
Hugs
love you.
and kisses, and thank you all for just loving us. We love you all back more.
Yes.
We had a good time in Pennsylvania. Well, girl, the other night our man gave a phenomenal immigration speech.
Yes, he did.
I mean, first of all, let's bag it up.
Let's bag it up. Yes.
He went to Mexico.
Donald Trump went to Mexico.
Now, everybody we got tweets. I got emails. Diamond and Silk, pray. He's going to Mexico. Please pray. I don't want nothing to happen to him. Well, we prayed. we prayed because we didn't want nothing to happen to him. But what I didn't want to do was put that out in the universe.
Exactly.
So I stayed tuned to my TV now.
That's right.
I was on it all day
to
see how this was going to play out. Because he needed to go.
That's right.
He needed to go to Mexico.
Right.
He was invited.
Yes.
He went.
That's right.
And I appreciate him for doing that because, see, y'all, this is about the negotiating and the art of the deal.
Right.
You said it, Sil.
Exactly.
He had to go look that person in the face.
It's time to look the person in the face. That's right. That's
and then after you look that person in the face, you have to weigh that person out. Then you go, once you look that person in the place, now how do you come to the table?
Right.
What can we agree on?
Exactly. You always go there to see, okay, what is it that we can agree on to get this conversation started?
Right.
Because it's time to have a conversation.
It's time to have a conversation.
Where is the common denominator, the boundary line where we can get started and then work yourself from there?
Right.
Is what you have to do. You have to have the conversation. It has to start somewhere. And Donald Trump going to Mexico. First off, the Mexico president invited Donald Trump
and Hillary Clinton.
But Donald Trump took him up on an offer, got everything into gear, went to Mexico because this conversation got to be had.
It had to be had.
That's
absolutely. Right. And you also, I watched it.
Yes.
I was like, okay.
Yes.
This is going to go well. Our man got this.
Yes.
Donald Trump walked out. He looked so presidential.
When I saw him walk out, I was like, look at the next president of the United States. Just look at the respect. Just look at the aura. Just look at the energy.
He's very presidential.
Yes.
He got up there. The Mexican president spoke. Donald Trump spoke.
Yes.
Donald Trump answered questions afterwards.
Yes.
And it makes sense. And the thing is, we're going to work with Mexico.
That's right.
Now, I thought about it.
Yeah.
Okay. We take and we outsource our jobs to Mexico.
Right.
But Mexico people come over here to take these jobs to send money back over there, billions of dollars back over there to their country.
Exactly.
Something is not right about that.
That's right. So we getting ripped off twice.
Right. So there should be a cap. And I'm just throwing it out there. Y'all tell me how you feel. That if a job chooses to outsource any jobs to Mexico, you cannot go and try to pay them people $2 to do a job that people over here was making $16, $17
That's
for.
Right. Yes.
Because if those people had good jobs over there, they wouldn't be crossing our borders over here.
That's right.
They wouldn't be crossing our borders.
That's right.
So it's got to be a fair trade deal. And a fair trade deal is not lowering the wage all the way down to $2.
Right.
When you know you were paying U.S. workers $14, $15 an hour, if not more.
Exactly.
So that's something to think about.
Yes.
Now y'all can tell me how to put it up. I'm just looking at the bigger picture. Y'all can throw in the details.
Exactly.
But
you know, while our man was standing there giving his speech in Mexico, he had 5 different goals that he wanted to make sure that we accomplish as a country, as two countries together, basically saying that we're going to work together to get this problem solved. Okay? So it won't be one-sided.
That's right.
Nobody won't be leaning
That's
to
right. Because the U.S. is leaning to a side.
That's right.
When all of these people are crossing our border, but our jobs are going over there.
Exactly. We're not balanced.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
So the first thing he said, he wants to end illegal immigration. The second thing is he wants to have a secure border.
We have to end illegal immigration, and we have to have a secure border.
He wants to dismantle the drug cartels, end the drugs and the weapons crossing over to border.
Yes, that's got to stop.
And that. And, improve NAFTA. It needs to be updated to keep the industries in our own hemisphere.
To keep the industry in our own hemisphere,
Yes,
like that.
and keep manufacturing wealth in our own hemisphere.
In our own hemisphere. And don't let these companies take and move right next door.
Yes.
And then the wages are driven all the way down. And you still have more of illegal immigrants crossing the border, because I'm quite sure they really want to stay in their own country.
They do.
Because they send money back to their country.
They really, really do. You know. And while we're on the subject of illegal immigration, you know, Donald Trump, he gave his immigration speech
That was good,
right
girl.
afterwards. I mean, it was like zip. He was here and then zap.
He was in Arizona.
In Arizona. The speech was phenomenal.
It was a good speech, you all.
It was powerful. It felt like he just stood firm and just told you how it was going to be.
He didn't waver. He didn't back down. Even though the media was speculating that they felt like maybe he was wavering in how he felt about illegal immigration. What I love about Donald Trump, he gonna listen to everybody.
Right.
He not gonna dismiss you. He's gonna listen to what everybody is saying.
To say, right.
And then he'll make the final decision.
Exactly.
And I thought the speech was he hit on everything.
He hit on every point, and he also said that the wall's gonna be built and Mexico gonna pay for it.
Because now let me I know everybody know what happened. See that president over there, look. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I don't want to say he looked weak, but y'all know.
Tell the truth.
That president, once Donald Trump left, first of all, Donald Trump, they asked him about the wall.
Yeah.
He said, we discussed the wall, but we did not discuss who was going to pay for the wall.
That's right.
Now, the president of Mexico had every right intent. He should have rebuked that or rebutted that then. He didn't say anything.
He didn't say absolutely.
So Donald Trump was telling the truth about what he said.
That's right.
When Donald Trump get on back here in the U.S., then this Mexico president, he puts out a tweet that was the first thing that was discussed, and it was discussed that Mexico was not going to pay for the wall.
Okay.
I am so glad that Donald Trump did not go toe to toe.
Exactly.
I'm so glad he's just like, you know what?
Yes.
I ain't got time to be back and forth.
No.
You gonna pay for that wall, and that wall gonna be built.
If people only knew the billions of dollars that leave our country and go to Mexico, believe you me, Mexico gonna pay for the wall.
Mexico is going to pay for that wall.
Exactly.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
But as a U.S. citizen, if you did something illegal, and I want Americans to understand this, you are a legal U.S. citizen.
Right.
If you did something illegal by breaking the law, or you broke into someone's home,
right,
that's going to be called breaking and entering.
That's called breaking and entering.
And you're going to go to jail.
You're going to go to jail for that.
And so when a person crosses that border and they do it illegally, and they're in our country illegally, okay, why is it that they are given houses, food, medical, money? They can even file income taxes and don't even have a Social Security card.
That's because the United States have been doing things the wrong way for so long. People think it's the right way, and it's not.
Right.
And it bogs down the system, and that's why the system don't work fair and equally for all.
Right.
But if you start doing everything the right way, you won't have all of these problems.
Right.
You really won't.
You really won't.
You won't have all these problems.
But what I want people to see is if you go out there and you do something right now, you going to jail as an illegal American citizen.
Oh,
you
absolutely.
Going to jail.
And they don't care about your children when you go to jail. You got to figure all of that out.
Your children can be on your legs saying, Mama, Daddy, no, don't go.
They don't care.
They're going to take your children and they're going to put them in foster care.
The one thing that he said that, whenever these people, Hillary Clinton is so concerned about the families of everybody.
Yes.
But what about the families of the people where the illegal immigrants have killed up their family members?
What about them?
What about what's going to happen with their families when a son is dead?
Right.
Or when a mother done got killed and she can't finish raising her children?
Exactly.
They don't think about that.
Exactly.
So
it's called, and a lot of it, that catch and release. You catch them, you know that they're here illegally, but you release them back into our society. And they may have already killed somebody, murdered somebody, or did something illegal. They've already did something illegally when they crossed the border.
Right.
And have that paperwork in place. And so, what about the families that stood there on that stage with him, where their loved one was killed by an illegal immigrant?
That's right. Their families are broken out. The separation of their family. That's what I was just saying.
What about the heart of them? You know. So, but then you, like you said, you have Hillary Clinton. She's okay with allowing illegal immigrants the opportunity to get free food, free education, free housing,
that
free
the taxpayers have to pay
that
for.
We the taxpayers have to pay for.
Right.
And she even have illegal immigrants volunteering in her campaign.
Wow. I guess she's trying to make a strong statement. So that means she's for open borders.
Right.
To me, open borders is dangerous.
Well, if you don't open up your house at night, you only your house door unlocked at night, that would be dangerous.
You know, we were talking to somebody the other day, and he was basically saying, well, whenever you stop illegal immigration, that's putting black and brown people against each other, and it's not.
Oh, no.
Let me tell you something. When you cross that border and it's illegally and you didn't get your proper paperwork,
that's right.
You're committing a crime.
That's right.
That is a crime to do that.
And you're putting wrong and right against each other.
You're putting wrong and right against
who's doing wrong,
them.
who's doing right.
And we have to stop that. We have to nip that in the bud.
Right.
No, there's not going to be any amnesty, and I get it.
Yes, that's right.
Think about it, you all. You come the right way.
You do it the right way.
You gave your citizenship paperwork.
That's right.
You paid your fees. You paid your taxes.
Yes.
And then for somebody to cross the border illegal, just grant them amnesty, that's not
right.
fair.
That is not fair.
And see, that's the United States fault for doing this here wrong for so long. Everybody think it's right. And now the problem that got bigger. When you don't address the problem is getting bigger and bigger. And if Donald Trump don't nip this in the bud, it's going to get out of control. It's going to get out of control.
And a lot of people keep saying, well, how do he plan to deport 11 million illegal immigrants? Well, this is how he's going to do it. This is the best way to do it. All he has to do is enforce the laws that's already on the book.
Yeah, these people will start self-deporting themselves.
They will self-deport themselves.
There was another thing that he said in his speech about that Verify, that E-Verify.
That's right.
Good. And start holding some of these people that's hiring these people accountable.
Exactly.
Accountable.
Because if they come here, if an illegal immigrant come here for the quote-unquote American dream, while the U.S. citizens stay stuck living an American nightmare, if you take and cut off what they come here for, and they did it illegally, no job, they can't get no housing, no medical over here, then they have no other choice but to go back. It's time to now enforce the laws. He don't have to make up no new laws.
That's right.
Because the laws is already there. Just enforce what's already there. That's all you have to do.
Do you remember back in the day in North Carolina, illegal immigrants used to be able to get driver license? Remember that?
I remember that.
I don't know what law came into effect, but they put a stop to that. And you know what? We started seeing them leave this area. They started
going away.
If you take some of these things out of play, then they won't have any choice but to go back to their own country. And then if you want to come in our country, then you come in our country legally. It's not putting people against each other. It's now what we're finna do is start following the law when it comes to certain things. So our system can work for all Americans, all the American people. And if you want to be American, you need to come in legally and assimilate to our ways.
That's right.
Not we assimilate to your way.
That's right.
You have to assimilate to our ways.
That's right.
And it's just not Mexico. It's other countries that send people, that people come over across our borders.
Right.
That's got to stop. Bringing in all of these drugs and weaponry, that stuff has got to stop because it's playing out with the American people. Look at what happened. What state was that in? We were in Pennsylvania. We saw it on the news how people were taking heroin laced with elephant tranquilizer. and these people were passing out. I think somebody even died from it.
They were dying
Where
from
did
it.
this stuff come from?
That's right.
You just don't go outside, go to the store, well, give me this here.
That's right.
This stuff is coming in from somewhere,
It's
and
coming
we
in
have
from
to stop
somewhere.
that. And it's coming in probably through that border.
That's right.
And it's got to be stopped.
Exactly.
And the wall is going to go up. And Mexico going to pay for that wall.
Gonna pay for it.
Mexico going to pay for it.
Girl, and also, you know, you have President Obama, trying to respect him, President Obama, done bought in over 10,000 refugees. They've already, he wanted to make sure that he brought them in ahead of schedule. Is what he's done. I think probably the first thing he's did ahead of schedule.
Wow.
And it's 10,000 of them that he brought in. And with Hillary Clinton, she wants to bring in 550% more. Is what she wants to do. Now, did you know that Bill Clinton was in talks basically about giving 10,000 refugees jobs in the city of Detroit, plus housing?
But well, ain't nobody in them houses in Detroit.
That's what he said. But he's
but
saying the structure is solid, so the 10,000 refugees can use those houses.
The truth is, the big loser in this over the long run is going to be Syria. This is an enormous opportunity for Americans. Detroit has 10,000 empty, structurally sound houses. 10,000. And a lot of jobs to be had repairing those houses. But Detroit just came out of bankruptcy, and the mayor's trying to do an innovative sort of urban homesteading program there. But it just gives you an example of what could be done. And I think any of us who've ever had any personal experience with either Syrian Americans or Syrian refugees think it's a pretty good deal. Do you have any idea just generally how many you think America should take and how many we could take?
And the 550% that Hillary Clinton wants to bring in would be another 620,000 refugees, which is close to the Detroit's population already of 677,116 people.
no, don't do it.
So they were
I see something
what's happening? You see
Well,
what's
see,
happening?
first of all, isn't it in Lansing, Michigan, that you have a town that's just like a Muslim town anyway?
It's in one of those.
So they about to turn Detroit into a Muslim city.
Right.
Detroit's
I don't
about to
know. I don't know.
Well,
what
if
they're
you want
trying
to bring
do.
in all of those refugees, and you want to bring in that many more for Detroit, we're going to have, Detroit is not going to be what we used to know as the
That's
Motor
right.
City. It's going to be something else.
And did you know that the amount of money that Hillary Clinton would spend on these refugees could actually clean up the inner cities in America? Girl, when I read that and looked at that, I'm like, you know what? It's time for somebody to really get bitch slapped. Because this don't make no sense. You're bringing in people into these countries. If you look at Detroit right now, it's ran down. It looked like the atomic bomb just came and just blew up the whole doggone city. The roads are messed up. The schools are messed up. The houses is messed up.
That's
And you
right.
want to bring in more people on top of the mess.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, something is not right here to keep bringing in these people, and you don't even have your own house in order.
Oh, no. That's just like we live in a house and you bringing everybody in the house and we can't eat no more.
Right.
We ain't got nowhere to sleep because you done brought all these people in
in
here.
the house.
It's time to put Americans first and take
It
care
is
of your
time.
own. That's why y'all got to vote for Donald Trump.
That's
He's going
why.
to put Americans first.
That's exactly
Take care
the
of your
reason
own.
why.
And he said one thing last night that I love. We're going to clean up these inner cities. These
That's right.
inner and urban cities, we're going to clean up these cities.
It's time to clean them
Yes.
up. But see, imagine if you was in a room and it was junk everywhere in that room. Do you know your mind would start? Your mind would be junky. Because you are a product of your mind, of your thinking, okay?
Or you are a product of your environment.
Or your environment. So you be having that stinking thinking, okay? Imagine if you clean that up around you. Your area is cleaned up around you. Your space in your mind is clear. You can see different. You can see better. You can see further.
You can see clearly.
And stuff will begin, what you put out will begin to come back to you clearly. And a lot of people don't even recognize that. And with all of the different mess that's going on right now in America, it's really unbelievable. But I'm so glad that there's diamond and silk. I'm so glad that there's a diamond and silk. And I'm grateful that we are being used as the vehicle to just get here and just talk about it.
Just talk about it.
Because
Because we have to talk about.
Exactly.
We have to talk about some things, and some things gonna make you feel. You know what? The truth, and I say this all the time.
Say it. That's
the
right.
truth may make you feel queasy or uneasy, but the truth is what's gonna set you free.
That's right.
And Donald Trump is speaking the truth. Everything that he said, it makes sense. Let's start implementing a lot of these things
Yes.
so that we can clean up. And when you
Exactly.
come to our country, you're going to love America.
That's right.
You're going to want to say the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yes.
You're going to want to salute our flag.
That's right.
And if you don't,
Bye bye
Bye-bye.
bye. Bye, Felicia.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, next. There's something going around where everybody wants everybody to, well, some people wants everybody to wear red on election day.
Ooh, I heard that.
Yeah.
Okay, you all.
Listen up.
The idea really sounds like a good idea.
But
if everybody go and show up at the polls on election day wearing red, that is going to be a signal for someone to target you. And we don't need voters that's voting for Donald J. Trump to be targeted. We've already been spit on.
Yeah.
And abused and
Yeah, and
ostracized and
punched
criticized
and kicked.
Kicked, right.
Yes.
This is November the 8th is crucial.
Right.
We don't have any times for any mess ups.
That's right.
I'm not for everybody wearing red. Wear what you want to wear.
That's right.
Keep silent. When you go into that voting box, check
Vote
the
Trump.
box for Donald J. Trump.
That's right.
And get on out of
Get
there.
out. Yes. Yes.
I don't want people to start singling out people.
Don't be nobody's target because there's some dumbass people out there. They dumb.
And they will do it
Yeah.
to try to make a statement.
Because they know that the dumb media is going to take and broadcast it.
They'll broadcast that.
Yeah.
But won't show people
But
going
won't
to the
show
polls.
people going to the polls.
So what I say is, listen, you all, it's a good idea, but I know I'm not going to do it. Personally,
Right.
what I'm going to do, and I wish everybody would do this here, do early voting.
That's right.
Do early voting. Do early voting. And
That's
when you
right.
register to vote, you can ask for a ballot. If you've never been registered to vote, if you register to vote, you can ask for a ballot so that you can mail in, I heard.
Yeah.
But do early voting. That's
early
what I like
voting.
to do. And I like to get in
That's
and
right.
get out.
And make
I'm
sure you
done.
take your ID to the polls.
Just in case they ask
Just
for
in case
it.
they ask you for it. Have what you need when you go to these polls to vote or do early voting or whatever you do. Have what you need so that your vote will count and you know that your voice matters. Okay?
Your vote account, your voice is heard.
Well, now that we're talking about, voting, what do you think of, well, I want to just tell people, now I'm not trying to be rude, but please do not email me, do not text me, do not Facebook me any information about these third party candidates.
Oh, I know, yeah.
I'm not interested in losing.
We get tweets about them.
Yeah.
I'm not endorsing any third party candidate because they know they're not going to win. Why in the hell are you even holding up? Why are you even on the ticket?
Why are you even
Because you
entertaining
taking
it?
votes. You trying to take votes from my man when you do that.
Exactly. And when I listen to some of them and I look at some of them, I'm like, okay, listen. This is not what we need right now. What we need is Donald Trump.
Right.
That's what we need is
These
Donald Trump.
third party candidates, they didn't go to Mexico.
That's right.
They didn't go down there in Louisiana.
Exactly.
So why are you all looking at them? And don't tweet us and email us
That's
about
right.
them. Because I'm not voting for either one
That's
of them.
right.
I'm voting for Donald J. Trump.
They
That's
didn't even
it.
run in a primary.
Right.
So why give them a pass? Don't waste your time on these third party candidates that is just in it for a little bit of fame.
For like 15
whatever.
minutes of fame.
No. The deal is we need Donald Trump. He has the resume for the job here. If you look at Hillary Clinton, she didn't go to Mexico.
She didn't go to Mexico.
She didn't go to Louisiana.
She didn't go to
All she
Louisiana.
did is sent a text. She tweeted. Excuse me. She tweeted.
Right.
Last night. It's
Well,
other day.
the tweeted the other day, but the galls to say that she tweeted yesterday about Donald Trump going to Mexico like it was a disaster.
Like it was a
But I'm like,
disaster.
you are a disaster.
Yes.
You hadn't even got up. You wouldn't even go see about the people in Louisiana. You didn't even have the galls to go to Mexico.
That's right.
But you was out there raising money.
That's
You
right.
were in the Hamptons raising money.
That's right.
We got to vote for people that's going to show up like
That's
Donald
gonna
Trump.
show up.
Not show up, because crooked Hillary, she ain't going to show up for nobody.
And the deal is, because she's already showing you what she planned to do.
Not show up. Because she didn't even show up for Louisiana or Mexico.
Right. Well, it's been how many, 200 and some odd days since she...
Probably 269 days since this lady have done a press conference. She won't hold a press conference because she don't want nobody questioning her.
Right.
She thinks she's going to just slide into the White House. And this is about power for them. With that Clinton Foundation,
that's right.
How much money can we funnel and tunnel through it?
Exactly.
And how many people we can give kickbacks to?
That's right.
Kickback, paddywhack, and give a dog a bone.
Yes.
That's what this is about.
And so her action speaks for itself.
It surely do.
She's lazy at the house, sending out a tweet instead of getting off of her behind and going to see what's going on.
But Donald Trump gets up. Let me go see. Let me go
He went into hostile territory.
He surely did.
Yeah.
He surely did.
And he went there and he stood and said what he needed to say. And then he was on to the next thing.
Yes, he was.
You didn't see no fear in him. He was like, this is what we're going to do. We can work together. We can be friends and do this thing together. But all Hillary Clinton, somewhere sitting, waiting on her next.
See, she want to throw, what she want to do is she want to throw snares.
That's right.
She want to just throw little daggers, but she ain't going to do nothing.
Right.
And this is what we're talking about.
Right.
She want to just give people just enough where, to keep them quiet, but not enough to make a difference. Just enough to keep you quiet, but it ain't going to be enough to make a difference. I'll tell you what I'm going to do and pander with you with that hot sauce.
That's right.
And singing that Negro spiritual.
That's right.
But I'm not going to do nothing for you that's going to make a difference. Because my main goal is how much money can we funnel and tunnel through this
she can get off of her behind and go to a fundraiser.
She should have went down there and saw about the people
of
Louisiana.
Yeah, she can do that.
And people need to see her for who she is.
Exactly.
These people are crooked for real.
They're crooked. They're really crooked, and it's time for people to continue to wake up, share, tell, and you know, to the people that's understanding us and relating to Diamond and Silk. Whenever we talk about these matters and give our spill on it, thank you for getting it. Thank you for finally getting it, and thank you for thanking us for dishing it out to you.
That's
because it's important that we know what the hell's really going on. What's been going on?
What's been going on? And all Donald Trump did was shook awoke America.
Oh, he shook us awoke.
I know he got us paying attention. We're paying attention to everything.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, you all. The best candidate that's going to get the job done, and he's already proven it, is Donald J. Trump. He was in Mexico. He flew to Arizona, and now this morning he's somewhere else giving a rally.
Yes. And
everything that he's done, ever since we were in, when he went to Milwaukee and gave that speech, has been phenomenal. And if you look at the polls, Hillary Clinton done spent millions of dollars, you all.
Millions.
Done spent millions of dollars putting out all of these negative ads. I mean, they have bashed him in the media just, God. But guess what?
What?
I think Hillary Clinton is like, 1 point?
And I think that's a lie.
1 point above Donald Trump. I think that's a lie. Like these polls are closing in, and here in North Carolina, he's leading.
And shame on the polls.
Shame on the polls. Shame on the people that's running the polls.
Yeah, shame on the people that's running the polls. Because there are so many black people, African American people, Hispanic people, white men, white women that is supporting Donald Trump, and you won't even tell the truth about people. You're doing exactly what the Jim Crow did
back in the day
by keeping everybody suppressed, keeping it
trying to run the narrative.
Exactly.
They're not even talking about this here. You have the Republican Party, but you also have Democrats, and they're calling them Trumpocrats. I hope I'm saying it right.
Yes.
Where they're going to be voting hugely for Donald J. Trump.
Exactly.
And in this election, as a Democrat or Republican, you can vote for whoever you want to in the general election.
That's right.
So what about those people?
Right.
And the Republican Party?
Right.
What about Donald Trump? I think it's going to be okay.
Exactly. So they may not try to show us visually, but don't let them keep us silent.
Don't let them keep us silent.
They're not going to keep us silent.
That's right.
On November the 8th, we're going to let our voices be heard. Yes, honey. We're going to let our voices be heard loud and clear.
We're going to get out and we're going to vote, and we're going to vote in droves.
That's right.
Now, I'm not wearing all of that red stuff. I don't want nobody singling us out, targeting us. Just get dressed, go vote.
Go vote.
And we would do red for something else. Find something else where we can do that. For maybe we can all go on a nice cruise, or maybe we can do something really, really fun after everything is
everything
over,
is over.
where we all wear a t-shirt
And
or
we
something
all
like
meet
that,
up
the
on
same
the cruise.
color, or
That'd
something,
be nice.
something you all that
Yeah.
we can celebrate or whatever.
Exactly.
But right now it's really crucial.
Yes.
And we don't have time to give the enemy anything to try to attack us with.
That's right.
They've been on the attack since he's been running.
Yes.
And right now we got to get our man elected. We got to get Donald J. Trump elected.
We got
to get out to those polls. You want to make sure that you get registered if you're not registered to vote, and you want to make sure you take somebody to the poll
That's
with
right.
you. They need to be voting for Donald J.
That's
Trump.
right.
Yes,
That's
yes,
right.
yes, girl.
That's right.
Okay, girl. Well, we are about to head on into our weekly segment called Busted. Busted is being brought to you by End Political Correctness. Get your End Political Correctness t-shirt at diamondandsilkstore.com. Silk,
Yeah.
girl, who's busted this week, girl?
Well, girl, let me tell you who got busted this week. Who got busted?
Who?
His name was Anthony Weiner.
Oh, Weiner. Oscar Mayer Weiner, I tell you.
He got caught with his pants down again.
Well, what happened? What happened, girl?
Well, what happened, he took a picture and sent it to some lady, I guess he was talking to.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady, he had his baby right there with him when he sent this picture. And the lady was like, I can see your wiener, I can see your junk. And so now it's made news and everything. His wife, Huma Abedin, said that they're separated after the report surfaced.
Okay.
She was very furious and sickened by the picture, especially after seeing their 4-year-old son laying there. Keep in mind that Huma is Hillary Clinton's top aide.
Wow.
And each time that Anthony Weiner get his wiener caught out in public, he always apologized for the exposure.
Right.
And I call it the wiener exposure mistake. Because he always say it was a mistake.
Well,
and Anthony and Huma Abedin wedding was officiated by President Bill Clinton. Yeah, right. It was officiated by him. So he married them. Right.
Well, a dog know another dog, don't you?
I'm like, do y'all see any connections
yes,
here?
Some connection.
And also, Anthony Weiner, you 51 years old, boy.
51 years old, and you sit up trying to sew somebody your stuff. He need to be wearing a man, girl.
That's right, because I know it's junk is sagging. I know it's sagging.
Well, you know what? I was like, wow. And first of all, now I know he done got fired from a couple of jobs now.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like the third. How many times? About the third or fourth time this man done done
it's
this
so
here.
many.
I think that maybe he should post his wiener on all billboards across the country.
Yeah, that would be good.
That says we'll work for food. Because after this, he gonna need them signs.
He gonna need them signs.
Because he not gonna be able to hold no job.
Or hold it.
He cannot keep. he cannot keep taking pictures of his stuff like that. Somebody is gonna turn you in.
That's right.
Or since he have such an infatuation with his wiener, how about taking a nice picture and posting it and going to give it to the Inquirer, the Star magazine?
Yes.
So whenever we walk in the grocery store, everybody would know how you look.
That's right.
Because he's so infatuated with his wiener. Do that. Maybe that'll help you. So when we're shopping in the grocery store, we can see it. Call the hot dog company.
Well, maybe.
Call the hot dog company. Maybe he can work for Oscar Mayer. Maybe he can work for them. Because this man have a fetish. He just love to show off his wiener. He just like to just show people. He like to show.
Well, maybe he can go into porn.
Maybe he can do a little porn or do Playboy or
Playboy video or something like that.
Maybe. Oh God! Don't show him for head up. Because from head up, he looked like that woman on the pickle jar. Remember, she used to be like, this is the best tasting pickle I've ever had. They look just alike. They look just alike. So
that may be why he liked to show his wiener.
And not show everything.
And not show everything else.
You all, well, here's the deal. Maybe she should just, I'm glad that but in fairness to him, I really heard that this was him and Huma had, Huma
Abedin, his wife.
Him and his wife has been separated for a while. Anyways, she stopped wearing her wedding ring.
Okay.
And I heard he was, he had his little thing on the side. So I guess this girl.
You talking about his little side piece?
He had his little side piece.
Okay.
It was like his little side piece, and he was, sending a picture to her, and it just got out.
Okay.
But don't do that with your baby there. That does not look good. This man is sick.
Right.
He need help.
Just stop sending body parts, y'all.
No.
Don't send no body parts.
If he got to send body parts like that, he need need to go get help.
Uh,
He need to go get help. Something is wrong with him to make him want to keep. You risk everything. You risk your career.
Yeah.
You risk your marriage.
Yeah.
Your money is gone. Cause you want to send a picture.
But don't stop taking pictures of your body parts.
Why do he gotta take? See, and I
He
wonder
may
what.
think it's
See,
an
now
effort.
I'm wondering what were you doing before them camera phones came out?
That's right.
I bet you if we look through his stuff, we can find photos
Yes.
of him taking his stuff. And he done seen them photos to CBS like that.
Right.
He developed them his own
own
self
self.
at the house. I bet you
Uh-huh.
we can find photos. And if we not careful, we may can find recordings of that old wiener.
May.
Wiener, listen,
Just
what you
may.
do in the dark, baby, it's gonna come to the light. But look
That's
like you
right.
didn't try to do this in the dark. You done showed everybody.
Everybody.
But just put yourself. You want people to see your wiener that bad.
That's right.
Get on some billboards.
Get some billboards.
See if you can call the National Enquirer. Just post it everywhere.
Oh, here's a good one.
Uh-huh.
Dog food bags. That'll be perfect.
That is perfect.
Yes,
That's
put
right.
your wiener right there on
Put
them
your
bags.
wiener on dog food bags.
food
That's
bags.
right.
That's
You
right.
want to do that. Well,
Well,
wiener, for you being a wiener
Yes.
and thinking with the wrong head.
That's
See,
right.
you were thinking with the head below and not the head up top.
That's
That's
right.
why you got busted
That's
this
why
week.
you got
That's why you
busted.
are busted, baby. Silk girl. Now who goes into this week bowl of stupid?
well, Diamond. This week bowl of stupid goes to Anthony Weiner. I call him Weiner Man. Weiner Man. Anthony Weiner.
Wiener man. Oscar Mayer Wiener. I tell you, Wiener, listen,
Yes,
what
listen.
you gonna have to do, let me just help you out.
Just tell you. Gonna help you out.
Get rid of the camera phone.
That's right.
Get rid of the camera phone. And
Yeah.
then what you do
Uh-huh.
is take and tie your hands together like
Tie
this.
your hands together.
And just sit like this
Just
all
sit
day.
like this right here.
So therefore, you will not tweet a picture of your wiener.
That's right.
You won't text a picture of your wiener.
That's right.
You won't email nobody a picture of your wiener.
That's right.
You won't Snapchat it,
No
Instagram
Snapchat,
it,
no Instagram.
so that you can stay out of trouble.
That's right.
But
But-
if you can't do that,
Yes.
start making calls.
Yes.
Call the magazines.
Uh-huh.
Anybody that want to sponsor or feature your wiener,
Wiener, that's
so that
right.
you can put it out there to all America
all the
and all around the world.
That's right.
So you won't have this problem.
Exactly.
But because you were thinking with the wrong head,
Wrong head.
that's why you go into this week bowl of stupid. You stupid for showing everybody your wiener. Silk,
Yes.
girl, get that ball out of here, girl. Get it out of here.
Gladly.
Oh, Wiener, well,
Wiener,
you do
wiener.
embarrassing things to yourself like that,
Yes.
then people gonna call you out like
Exactly.
that. Wiener,
Exactly.
wiener. I wouldn't want to be him. He want to put his stuff out like that. Call some people. We can make that happen.
Po,
Then
wiener,
therefore, everybody knows. So when they see you do it, it's not
Yes.
surprising.
Exactly.
We're not shocked by it.
Right.
But he's sick. He's
You
almost
got
a
to be
wacko.
sick.
He's sick. He's sick.
I
y'all.
mean,
he have a bad fetish. He has a bad fetish with his little wiener down
wiener
there.
fetish. You got a
Yeah,
wiener fetish. Okay.
Okay, you all, it's been a lovely table talk. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Don't forget to, follow us on Instagram and all of these other networks. We're not on Snapchat yet. No, we're not on Snapchat.
No.
And Periscope. And sometimes we do Facebook Live. Don't forget about our Facebook Live. You all also know about the Trump train.
Oh, yes.
But don't forget about the prayer train that we do every day at 11:21 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, praying for our future President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, and praying for our country.
Yes.
Also, you all, listen, don't forget to visit the Diamond and Silk store. Get your Women United for Trump t-shirts, diamondandsilkstore.com, or your End Political Correctness t-shirt, diamondandsilkstore.com. We also have mugs there and other little stuff that you can choose from. Hey, get you something. Get you something for just some memorabilia. I mean, just to hold on to. Because you know what? It's going to be November the 8th before we know it. And I'm like, oh my God, it's going to be here.
Yes.
Listen, you all, we've enjoyed ourselves with you all. We've enjoyed this week's Table Talk. In the meantime and in between time, we will see you all next week right here on Table Talk. Good day. Bye-bye.
Bye.